The New York Mets, fresh off securing Bo Bichette following a brief setback in the Juan Soto pursuit, have absolutely dominated the trade market this week.
Cheddar. Họ successfully pull off high blockbuster deal, acquiring center fielder Luis Robert Jr. từ Chicago White Sox và frontline starting pitcher Freddie Peralta, một recent All-Star từ Milwaukee Brewers.
This flurry of activity signals a dramatic philosophical shift for the Mets.
By opting against extensions for established stars like Pete Alonso and Edwin Diaz, and even shopping assets like Brandon Nimmo and Jeff McNeil, the organization is clearly prioritizing payroll flexibility and maximizing the return on their significant farm system depth.
They addressed key roster holes, adding high-ceiling hitters like Bichette and Robert Jr. to replace potential lost offense, and immediately bolstering a struggling rotation with Peralta.
Let's break down the two monumental transactions.
First, the White Sox trade. The Mets acquired Luis Robert Jr. and sent infielder Luis Acuña and Harvard pitcher Truman Oley to Chicago. Robert Jr.
Cheddar has been swirling in trade rumors for a year, and the deal finally materialized.
Skedar. For the Mets, this was an immediate opportunity to consolidate infield depth, which was overflowing after the Bichette trade, into a premium position, center field, where they desperately needed an upgrade.
While Robert Jr.'s recent offensive output has been inconsistent, making this a high-risk gamble, his ceiling is undeniable.
He is one of the most dynamic athletes in the league, and the Mets are banking heavily on a bounce back. For the White Sox, exercising Robert Jr.
Cheddar, $20 million club option this year, despite some questionable recent performance, now looks smart as they successfully flipped him for Acuña, a former top prospect.
While they might have secured a larger package earlier, acquiring a promising MLB-ready infielder for a highly paid, injury-prone outfielder is far from a bad deal.
Robert Jr. is, by definition, a high-risk, high-reward player.
After a fantastic 2023 campaign where he played 145 games, hit 38 home runs, and posted a 5.3 wins above replacement, earning him a 12th place finish in the MVP voting, everyone saw his potential.
He is a premier defensive center fielder who, when healthy and hitting, ranks among the game's elite position players. However, health has been his major obstacle. Outside of 2023, he has consistently missed significant time due to injury. Furthermore, his recent hitting has been volatile.
Over the last 2 full seasons, he posted a disappointing 84 WRC+. For a $20 million annual salary, that production level is tough to swallow, even with plus defense.
This high payroll via unperformance uncertainty made him difficult to move, especially for struggling teams. But this is exactly why the trade works for the Mets, who have deep pockets and a specific, immediate need.
Last year, the collective center field group for the Mets posted a miserable 71 WRC+, much of which was Tyrone Taylor's production.
Cheddar. While Taylor is a defensive wizard, his bat is not sufficient for a contender's starting center fielder. Robert Jr., however, offers Taylor's defensive level with an infinitely higher offensive ceiling.
Contract flexibility also played a massive role. The Mets had reportedly been interested in Cody Bellinger, but are clearly prioritizing short-term financial agility, evidenced by the short-term offer to Bichette.
Robert Jr. is only owed $20 million this year, and next season is a club option. If he fails, they can simply decline the option and pivot back to the free agent market.
This low-commitment, high-upside financial structure is perfect for the current Mets regime,
who deemed the risk worth the possibility of acquiring a game-changing talent without locking up their future payroll. The second major move saw the Mets acquire starting pitcher Freddie Peralta and swingman Tobias Myers from the Brewers, in exchange for top infield prospect Jet Williams and pitcher Brandon Sproat.
With Francisco Lindor, Jeff McNeil, and the newly acquired Bichette locking down the middle infield for years, both Acuna and Williams became expendable trade chips, an embarrassment of riches the Mets capitalized on.
The acquisition of Peralta immediately addresses what was arguably the Mets' biggest weakness in 2023, starting pitching depth. Post-June 15 last season, the Mets' rotation owned a miserable 5.29 ERA, fourth worst in MLB.
At one point, rookie David Peterson was the de facto ace.
The Brewers, in typical fashion, traded an impending free agent starting pitcher for premium young talent. This follows the pattern of moving Josh Hader, Corbin Burnes, and Devin Williams before they hit free agency.
Shedder, Williams and Sproat. They secured two excellent contributors who are close to MLB ready, leveraging their starting pitching depth expertly.
Peralta is a massive stabilizing force. He is arguably the best starting pitcher who was realistically available via trade this offseason.
Skedar. While he is only under contract for one more year at a very palatable $8 million, that price point makes him an incredible bargain for a frontline starter. In 2023, he had a career year, pitching 176.2 innings with a 2.70 ERA, registering 5.5 F/WAR, and ranking 5th in Cy Young voting. His 28.2% strikeout rate demonstrates his dominance on the mound.
Shedder. While he can occasionally struggle with command and pitch counts, his ability to stay healthy and eat innings over the last 3 seasons is a significant plus.
The addition of Peralta, coupled with Myers' potential depth, moves the needle significantly for a rotation that desperately needed relief.
While some might argue the Mets should still pursue another starter, like free agent Framber Valdez, Peralta's arrival transforms the starting five from a question mark-laden group into a respectable, playoff-caliber unit.
The cost was acceptable. Williams lacked a clear path to playing time, and the Mets preferred to keep others like Jonathan Aranda.
These twin deals underscore the Mets' new front office philosophy: maintain financial flexibility and commit only to short-term, high-upside contracts. Every player acquired this offseason, including Robert Jr.
And Peralta has 3 years or less remaining on their current deal.
The Mets are attempting to build a contending team while ensuring they can pivot quickly if the window closes or if a player fails to meet expectations.
After the dramatic disappointment of last season, Queens fans are eager for a return to the playoffs.
Shedder. These aggressive, high-stakes moves signal the front office is serious about delivering contention right now while still managing future risk. The question remains, will these bold bets on resurrection pay off in 2024?